Good afternoon, my friends. It's Sunday afternoon. I was just on my Sunday meetup with my friend Bo, and today we actually went to the Workers' Museum in Copenhagen. It was quite interesting. You know, last weekend we went to the safari park down in south of Zealand. When I was driving there, I was on the freeway, and in the distance I could see a lot of smoke. And I thought, what's going on? Is something on fire or what? When I got a little bit closer, I could see that it was a car at the side of the road, where the smoke was just pouring out from the exhaust pipe and from the engine bay and, yeah, well, everywhere. Actually, right away, I realized what was going on. It was a diesel engine, and the engine had a runaway, as it's called. I pulled over right away because I knew what to do. The owner of the car was next to the car looking all panicked. He was on the phone and didn't know what to do. When a diesel engine run away, I don't know if any of my viewers have a diesel car, but when they get old, if they start to leak, they will leak engine oil into the combustion chamber, and then they start to run on the engine oil instead of on the diesel, and then they run away. The revs just go sky high and you can't stop it, at least not if you don't know how to. This guy, he had turned off the ignition. That doesn't help, because the revs are so high that it just keeps on going. And he was panicking. He thought it was on fire. And here's what, by coincidence, I watched a couple of videos on YouTube, and I knew what to do. So I got out of my car and ran up to him and told him, put your car in the highest gear, 4th, 5th, or 6th gear, depending on what you have. Put it in the highest gear. Hold the brake, pull the handbrake, and let go of the clutch. And that way the engine will go and die. No matter how high the revs are, when you put it in the highest gear and hold it with the brake, you will kill the engine. You will just stop it. And it worked. The engine just came to a standstill. And of course there was still smoke because it was so hot, but it was not on fire. The situation was eliminated. I was parked at the side of the freeway, so I figured, well, I better get back into my car and drive off. And so I did. And, well, for me, the important thing was that his engine was stopped. If you don't do anything, I think the engine will get so hot that it in the end can catch fire. But I don't know. But anyway, it's all about getting it stopped. And it worked. So, as I say, I just got back in my car and drove off. A few minutes later, my friend, he actually passed this car. And when we met up down at the safari park, I asked him if he saw the car, and he said, yeah, he saw the car. He didn't see any smoke. There was no smoke, and the guy was just standing next to the car, talking on the phone. So, well, I guess the situation was a lot better. You see, by coincidence, I watched some YouTube videos about this problem and know what to do. And when I saw the engine, or when I saw the car with all the smoke and the revs were going sky high, I right away knew what was going on. I guess sometimes you can learn good stuff from YouTube. Anyway, I'm happy I could help. You know, it's what it's all about. Most people just drive by and don't care, you know. But I figured, well, I could help him out. obviously he will need a tow truck to take the car to a workshop, because if he started, the same thing will happen again. So, but yeah, it is when an old diesel engine gets worn out and start leaking engine oil into the combustion chamber, then this happens. So please, any of you who drive a diesel engine, just keep it in mind, you know. If this situation happens, no panic. Just pull over, put the car in the highest gear, hold it with the brake, let go of the clutch. Situation stopped. You know, it's that simple. But people don't know. Anyway, another thing I want to tell you guys. I got news about my Skoda. Well, it's gone. But it's gone in a good way. Yesterday, around 3:30, I put an ad on, I guess it's something like Craigslist. You know, we have it here in Denmark. And I figured I'm gonna put an ad on this website and see if anyone want to buy it. And I set the price and put some pictures of the car, and I figured, well, let's see if something happens within a week or so. And then I planned that I wanted to go, I wanted to take the car to wash, and I wanted to polish it and make it look nice, you know. So I got in the car and drove it to the gas station where they have a car wash, and I washed the car and cleaned it and made it look nice. And when I got home, I figured, well, I need to go up to the nest to get I had this polish I bought, so I need to go get that. And when I got to the nest, I figured, well, just check if anyone reacted to that. And there was someone who wrote to me that he would like to come see the car 8 o'clock in the evening, the same evening. And I figured, well, if he comes to see at 8 o'clock, it's going to be dark. So to be completely honest, I was a little lazy, and I thought, well, you know, the polish is not important as such. It is to make it look nicer. But if he will come watch the car, come look at the car 8 o'clock in the evening, he can't see anything about the paint anyway. So, well, that would be kind of waste. So I caved into my lazy Saturday mood and just did other things. I didn't go polish it. Well, 8 o'clock, the guy shows up. It's a young guy with his parents. And he had a look at the car. He asked if there's anything wrong with it. I told him about the break-in, that when I had the break-in into the car here in Copenhagen, and the locks were destroyed in the trunk and the passenger door. And he was like, oh, that's not a big deal. That's just a little thing. And I say, well, and as I wrote in the ad, the paint is kind of tired, or the paint job is kind of tired, you know. And then his dad, he said, well, yeah, what do you expect? It's a 20-year-old car. And I was like, yeah, exactly, you know. And he said, that's no problem. And he looked a little more and looked underneath, and it's a very good car and no rust or anything. It's just perfect condition, actually. And the dad say to the boy that I think he in his early 20s or something. And the dad say to him, well, we can you can think about it till tomorrow, then we can come back if it's still here. And the son say, no, we don't need to. I want it. And I was like, whoa. So we actually went to the nest, and he transferred the money. He could do that on the phone. He had internet banking on his phone. So he transferred the money from his account to my account. And online, we could go to the, motor register, and transfer the title to his name. So within 10 minutes or so, it was all done. The title was transferred to him. The money was transferred to me. and I could give him the keys and he could drive off, and it was all done. So I sold the Skoda. It's gone. I'm very happy about it. But at the same time, you know, when I saw this young guy drive away in my Skoda, it kind of felt, how to say, whoa, you know, it was just, wow, the Skoda is gone. That was actually tough. I loved that old car. But, you know, I don't need 2 cars, so I needed to sell it. But it was just, oh, well, anyway, I'm happy about it. I am. Obviously, I've been thinking, he paid me an amount of money. I got 12,000 Danish kroner for it. And that's actually exactly what I asked for it. That was what I asked for in the ad. So, perfect. So now I'm thinking I should, you know, just to make sure that those money that they're spent on something, not just, you know, food and whatever. I should buy something for, well, I guess for the Raven. And I've been looking, and one of the things I need, one of my subscribers told me, wow, then you can buy solar panel for the Raven. But actually, there's one thing I need more than a solar panel, and that is a heater, a diesel heater for the cabin here, for the inside of the car, you know, to stay warm. So maybe, I don't know, I haven't decided yet, but I think that would be a good idea, so I can stay warm when winter comes, you know. But anyway, a little story and some good news. And as I said, so you could say today it's all good mood, you know. Sold the car, had a great experience at the Workers' Museum, thinking back of the, well, I guess you could call it a good deed I did last weekend when I guess saved someone's car. So yeah, it's a good day. Anyway, you guys take care, and remember, life is good. Bye bye.